Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode we checked out the scene of the attack on top of St. Ursula's roof, attempting to find a point of ingress for the creatures. We learned that it may have been from the car park. After another patient dialogue sweep with Randy trying his luck with a nurse along the way, we found Cecile talking to a patient, the Divine Blade of Wind's daughter, Shizuku Maclaine, who told us what she had heard that night, as we now report what we have learned to Cecile. Cecile, that girl. Yes, she lost her eyesight in an accident several years ago. Fortunately, there's hope she may regain it someday. She's been staying at St. Ursula and undergoing treatment little by little. Well, that's good to hear. It must be very difficult for her. She's a brave girl. Since the Bracer Guild keeps her father busy, she gets quite lonely here. Yet despite that, she always has a smile on her face. I'd really appreciate it if you four could be her friends. I'm sure she'd like that too. Of course, Cecile, we'd love to. She seems like a lovely girl. I certainly wouldn't mind spending more time with her. I feel the same. Leave it to me, Cecile. I'll use every bit of my charm to keep that smile on her face. Thank you, everyone. Now, back to business. I take it you figured something out, right? Mind filling me in? So the monsters got in through here then? Right, we still don't know what compelled them to do it, but the hospital should take some precautions for the time being. I agree. We'll have to improvise. It may be possible to set up some sort of fence to keep monsters away. Yeah, that should do the trick. You would need something sturdy that can be easily set up. Does the hospital have anything like that? I believe we have something amongst our outdoor equipment that would work. I'll talk to the chief and see if we can get it installed soon. Also not piling things so high. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's more than a temporary measure. Why not that side though? Oh well. Good work today, guys. Thanks to you all, everyone at the hospital can work worry-free. Nothing to it. We didn't do anything that special. All we did was figure out how the wolves got in. Hey now, if not for you, we never would have known how to prevent something like this from happening again. If you keep this up, then before too long, the SSS will be on the front page just as often as Arios. I guarantee it. You really think so? Hell yeah, we will. Thank you for the kind words, Cecile. We will do our best. I'm glad. Lloyd, when you're able to take some time off, let's meet up, okay? I'd like to go visit his grave together. Yeah, we should do that. Oh, one last thing. When I see you next, make sure to tell me whether you're dating Ellie or Tio, okay? I'll have to congratulate you on getting your first girlfriend. I told you it wasn't like that. Oh, and I didn't mean to leave out Randy. Just let me know, okay? Whoever it is, you have my full support. How many times do I need to tell you? Hey, if it makes Cecile happy, I don't mind giving it a try. Well, I'd mind. I'd love to talk more, but I'll have to excuse myself here. Take care on the way back, everyone. We will. Thank you for everything. Oh, I think I'm in love. I know. Lloyd and Randy, right? Warm, reliable, open-minded. She seems like an amazing person, Lloyd. I'm glad you think so too. We may not be real siblings, but she's family in my eyes. That reminds me, Lloyd. What exactly is your relationship with her? Huh. I'm a little curious too. You say you're not related, but I've never seen you act like such a little brother. What are you implying? Damn you, Lloyd. This whole time you were getting babied by a babe like her. I'd let her be my big sis any day. Please switch bodies with me. Come on, man. You know that isn't possible. Actually, I think it's about time we drop this whole pointless conversation and head back to the city. It's already evening, and we still have to put together a report of today's investigation. He dodged the question. Yes, quite blatantly at that. Curse you, Lloyd. She's totally my type too. Can you guys stop talking behind my back? Right here, you know. It's late now, so I guess it's another sweep. Who'd have guessed? But the doctor get his sign hang... Another sweep of the place. Here we go. In categories, though, it does fall into one of Japan's favourite topics. Non-blood related sibling. Ugh. It is one of Japan's favourite things to make media about. Ugh. Not everyone else's, though. I heard the Dr. Yagami's son hangs out with an unsavory crowd. I really don't understand why, since he's such an amazing father. Well, here we go again. Let's finish things up. I mean, after all, Trails has already done it. Thank you for helping us set up the fence, officers. You were an incredible help. Hopefully this marks the end of monsters on St. Ursula grounds. Our patient care is ended for the day. The roads get dangerous at night, so try to be quick if you're visiting someone, okay? Thank you for helping us set up the fence. Hopefully this marks the end of monsters on St. Ursula grounds. Indeed it does. How did we set it up so, like, you just had fence materials lying around, did you? Doctors, please calm down. Oh, if it isn't the grubby mustache himself. What do you want? Why, hello, Largo. I must say that bald head of yours is positively shining today. It nearly blinded me, I'm afraid. My heart does certainly grieve for our interns. It's nothing short of a travesty for young talent to be taught how to operate by a man so eager to hack up our patients. In that sense, I'm envious of how effortless your job is. Rattling off some long, dead techniques from the church, that's all it takes, and you get to carry yourself like a bona fide instructor. What? Say that again, I dare you. Looking for a fight, Largo? Ah! My gad. Click, clack, clickety, clack. Of course, if we were to get used quartz in this and put it in there, she doesn't even realize we're here. Her concentration is impressive. My ear's playing tricks on me. Oh well, not like it's my problem. Back to research I go. You looked at us this time. Are your eyes causing you problems? Your focus definitely isn't an issue, is it? Okay, sweep of Remifit. This is actually sweep 4, but we did like 4 sweeps of Armorica too, right? I still failed. My adorable granddaughter came to visit me, but I sent her back home before it got dark. Spending a little time with her cleared all the storm clouds away. Now I've just got to keep my head up and work toward my recovery. The old lady could practically light up the room of how cheery she is now. Well, if having a healthy attitude really makes a difference, I ought to follow her lead. The sooner I get discharged from here, the better. I banged on my knee, but considering how much I've improved today, the doctor said I might be able to leave soon. Oh, I can't wait to go home. So we found a recipe while we were here, but we haven't found a book. There are a lot of books in a hospital, but they're not the books we need. What's taking her? Salone, how is it humanly possible to take this long to hang up some wet bed sheets? Oh, don't tell me. Did she get them dirty again? Why are those things looking more spotless than the day they came in? Sir, I swear to Adius, if you messed up those bed sheets. My oh my, the Tio I knew from years ago looks so very different from the one I see now. You blossomed into quite the young lady. Are you heading back already? Please stop by and say hello again if you get the chance. One day. Lloyd, did you forget something? No, nothing like that, Cecile. I was just... Oh, could it be? Are you finally ready to break the news? So tell me, out of Ellie, Tio, and Randy, who did you decide to date? You know full well that's not what I was going to talk about. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Lloyd, if something happens here again, no, just for any reason at all, come and pay me a little visit, okay? Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to bring Shizuku a dinner. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. So she's a proper sister. She's not letting that lie. Heading to room 202 now. There's a few more patients I have to check on. You aren't inpatients, right? You best head home before it gets dark. I've still got to pass through the blooming, the roadways, don't I? Evening already? Well, when you sleep all day, you aren't going to see too much sun. 97.8 degrees. Everything looks normal. And next we have Lytton, I think. Man, you end up having so much idle time in your hands as an inpatient. I bet you do. Read some books. Speaking of which, give me one. That reminds me, Dr. Gunter said with luck I can be discharged tomorrow. Can't say I'm excited for it, though. Just thinking about all the paperwork that's piled up while I've been missing in action makes my head spin. Maybe I want to stay in bed a little longer. You think I'd be happy to get discharged tomorrow, but nope, I'm utterly depressed. It's because you literally get discharged to here. to work. You didn't even go home. Shizuku talks to me all the time about all sorts of stuff. Sometimes I wonder what it's like to not be able to see. I think it'd make you feel really alone sometimes. I bet. Becca went to like a tech festival where they actually had a thing where they had a whole campsite with loads of tech tents up. But there were some blind people there that were doing like expos, and they were making this game where people had to cover their like eyes completely, like you could not see anything, and make it through this camp, which was just tents everywhere and stuff and loads of wires because it was a tech one. They all had like internet run to their tents and stuff with power cables run into their tents and stuff like that. They had to make it through while, only not being able to see, to have like an experience of this kind of scenario while being blind. And it's like, that sounds like trip over everything central because of what was there. It's like, yeah, that place must have been absolutely crazy. But of course, blind people somewhat adapt. They figure out ways through it. But there's walking down a street, and then there's walking through the scenario that they explained, which is, again, cables everywhere, like everything everywhere. Trip hazards galore. Like, yikes. That was a baptism, I guess. So the buffoons running this place put up a fence to keep monsters out, did they? Oh, I'm glad they finally got it through their thick skulls. I'm gonna be protected at all costs. Sure. You stay there with your wine drinking in bed. Actually sounds very envious. After I lost my eyesight, my ears adapted and became very sensitive. Now once I hear something, I can always recognize it. However, I still don't know exactly what that weird whistling from before was. I'm sorry, that probably doesn't help you at all, does it? I disagree. We may not know how relevant the sound may be, but the more information we have, the higher our chances of success are. Also, we were able to find some new clues too, thanks to your sharp ears. Personally, I think this whistling will end up being crucial to our investigation. Really? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Is that a cat or a bunny? Guessing it's a bunny. Please continue to do your best, everyone. I hope that sound I heard will tell you something with your case. Yes, it's a bunny. I couldn't confirm the ear length because of the railings for the curtain. That was what was throwing me a little bit. A bunny cat. We'll go with the in between, shall we? It can be whatever it wants to be, right, guys? Let's see here. I have some time before things really get serious, so I could go fishing. Though I'd rather not get caught by Dr. Largo down on the first floor, which cuts my viable exit points down to 0. Ah, such a cruel world we live in. Fine, I'll give up for today and hole up in my lab. This doctor has a few screws loose. No, he's just living his life. Fishing is a staple of life, I say. Nothing refreshes you down to the soul like picking up a rod and casting out into the blue. If I had time away from this limbo, I'd love to scour Crossbell for the best fishing holes. Look, man. Give me a rod. You're not using it. You must have a better one than me, right? No? Please? Pretty please? This is the prettiest sunset I've ever seen. Nice and refreshing. Achoo! Oh no, I got snot on the sheets! Quick, quick, Soren, what'd you do? If Maeve finds out, she's gonna lose her mind. I wonder if Mr. Dyson would wash them for me in secret if I asked nicely. She did get them dirty. She snotted on them. Great. Lovely. Right, no one's in this room this time round. Or this room. Actually wonder if this will be interactable. No, anyone will notice it? No. I was all wrapped up with my cleaning for the day when I noticed this nasty little speck of dust. I just had to do another round. This is the women's dormitory after all. I've got to keep it perfectly spick and span for all those hard-working ladies. No guys who live here? Well, you said all the guys were out. Do it for the ladies though, I guess. Who cares about men? I could have sworn that Chief Ursula would be late today, but lo and behold, she somehow made it to work on time. Certainly want to mark on the calendar. With all the night shifts she pulls for her research, she's hardly ever punctual. I mean, if she still does her hours, what's wrong? She's researching, right? She doesn't have to be there as a medical doctor. Sorting that fence has really spruced things up around here, hasn't it? I guess I'll do my part and be on the lookout for monsters too. spruced things up. You think it looks nicer being behind bars. I guess some people like that kind of architecture. My father-in-law loves corrugated iron roofs for an exemplar. Takes pictures of them. He gets really excited by seeing them. I mean, I make meals for all the patients too, but it doesn't always go well. For example, yesterday Mr. Gable spouted some nonsense in that private room of his. Give me steak, medium rare. So I accidentally blurted out that you should go to an actual restaurant if you want something like that. How did that go? What was the reply? You've left me with not enough information. Oh wow, it's already this late. I think I'll stop by the reference room for a bit of last-minute studying before the lecture. And that is the sweep of the hospital. Again. Oh, the little girl's still leaving. The way the sunset reflects off of Lake Elm is gorgeous. I'm telling you, that sight is strong enough to make any stress disappear. Well, enough of that. It's time for me to start preparing for tonight's watch. Dare I think that late night is a different fish time? Thought fish would settle down though, didn't they? I'm glad Granny is doing all right. She even gets to leave the hospital soon. As soon as she can leave, I'll get Papa and Mama and we'll come take her home. Are we done yet? This is the time to put safety safe then. So I can check things out after the fact. Heading back already? If you're returning to Crossbell City, I recommend you wait at the bus stop right over there. Don't need to hurry though, there will be more buses coming before the day ends. Okay. How about this sunset, eh? What if I try to leave on foot? It's late. It'd be smart to take the bus back to Crossbell City. If we check the bus stop, we should be able to see when the next bus arrives. Off we go then. Okay then, should we wait for the bus? According to the schedule, one's supposed to come in 15 minutes. That's modern conveniences for you. And they got them coming all the way till 11 p.m. Fare is really cheap too. I recall the city is managing the buses. Given the pricing and schedule, I can only wonder if they make a profit though. You have to remember that the hospital is important to everyone in Crossbell State. Given the high demand and room in the state's budget, they must have enough mirror to fund the service. That makes sense. Being able to visit the hospital this easily is definitely something to be thankful for. Well, at least the little girl will be protected. We're with her. I was like, is the driver going to be like, hey, it's you guys. Thanks. Probably switch drivers by now, right, though? That woman cares not for monsters. We took the back of the bus. We're the cool people. Yeah, right. What a beautiful sunset. Yes, it is indeed beautiful. Almost overwhelmingly so. Phew, after a day packed with walking around, this bus feels like a gift from Adius. Man, imagine we got our hands on our own car. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. I think the investigative divisions use them though. If I recall correctly, I believe that each First Division detective has a private car prepared for them. Seriously? I understand special treatment, but that just seems excessive. It's times like this that it really sucks to be a misfit. Well, there's no use wishing for stuff we can't get. Besides, traveling on the highway is pretty good training, don't you think? Well, I am hesitant to agree, I can't deny it. I take it we will not be conducting any further investigations today, correct? Yeah, we can make our way to Mains tomorrow. Like I said, let's head back for now and write up our reports. Roger. I think today was more exhausting than we were expecting. You got that right, but man, it was all worth it to meet an angel like Cecile. Alright, next time I'm going to get her to hit the clubs with me. You're persistent, Randy, I'll give you that. Yeah, that bus driver does need a booster seat. He's just looking at a wall. Hi. Lloyd and the others returned to the SSS that night and began compiling a report of the day's investigation. The newly found evidence, uncertainties, and theories were all discussed and organized for Sergei's convenience. And before they knew it, the clock had struck midnight. Once finished, they returned to their respective rooms, exhausted, and fell asleep. Wait, Guy! What do you mean you're going to go on a trip? Where are you even going? The Principality of Hemisferia. Don't worry, I should be back in a month or two. Might even be as short as 2 weeks, depending on how things go. No, I get that, but you're a CBD detective, aren't you? Is it really okay for you to leave Crossbell for that long? Oh, what's with the long face? You that sad your big brother's going away for a bit? Poor little Lloyd. You're gonna be lonely here by yourself. Nuh-uh, I'm perfectly fine on my own. Why stop at 2 months? You can leave for 2 years for all I care. Well, relax, I was just kidding. You see, the truth is, I'm not going to Hemisferia for fun. This is a top secret job, Lloyd. Sounds fishy to me. I mean, top secret? What kind of secrets are we even talking about? I knew you were going to ask that. Well, I can't dive into specifics, but I'm in charge of escorting this cute little girl back to her home. Huh? The girl and I are escaping to Hemisferia, a beautiful northern country. So tell me, just how jealous are you? Okay, no more joking around. I asked the neighbors to look after you while I'm away. Make sure you get dinner and all that. Breakfast and lunch are your job, though. Not a kid, I can cook my own meals. Wait, that's beside the point. Cute little girl, just what exactly are you trying to pull, Guy? What are you going to do if Cecile finds out about all of this? Huh? What does Cecile have to do with any of this? What does she... you're impossible! What could she possibly see in this massive idiot? For your information, I've already discussed this with her. What? Yeah, there seems to be a little misunderstanding here, Lloyd. Even though I call it a trip, it's still very much police work. And the girl's only years old, you know? Okay. He's got police pajamas. A dream. I haven't thought about that in forever. I must have been around 12 when that happened, or was it 13? And if I remember correctly, after that... Lloyd speaking. Good, you're up. Have you finished that report yet? Yes, sir. Yesterday's investigation is all written up. Excellent. Now round up everyone and come to my office. You have guests. Okay. Excuse us, sir. Deputy Commander Bells. Man, how did I know? Good morning, you four. Morning, everyone. It's nice to see you, Deputy Commander. We thought our guest might be you. She just happened to drop by. Apparently, she wants to hear about how your investigation is going. Yeah, of course, but isn't this on pretty short notice? We still haven't even been able to investigate Mains yet. I apologize, everyone. It wasn't my intention to rush you. The situation, however, has changed. What do you mean? Up until yesterday, the Guardian Force was conducting regular patrols and providing security to Mains. However, this morning, it was decided that we're to issue a full withdrawal. You're withdrawing the Guardsmen? But it has only been 3 days since the last monster sighting. Correct. We had planned on providing security for at least another week. But the order came directly from the CGF commander. He claimed it was a waste of resources. He thinks protecting innocent civilians is a waste. I never liked that spineless kiss-ass. You know him? Oh yeah, when I was serving at Bellegarde Gate, I saw him loads of times. Basically, he's top dog of the Guardian Force and buddy-buddy with some Imperial faction big shot. He's more a fan of whining and dining, rather than actually doing his job. So the rumors are true after all. However, wouldn't the CGF pulling out this early present a problem? It would be too dangerous. Yes, precisely. If the attacks were limited to one location, it might have been handed off to the guild. But unfortunately, the attacks cover too wide of an area. As Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force, I can't turn a blind eye to this. The problem is that we weren't able to neutralize the monsters after 3 weeks of investigating, and despite the attacks happening all throughout Crossbell, the actual damages weren't all that serious. With that as pretext, the commander gave the order to cease all operations related to the matter immediately. So that's how it happened. Oh, how rude of me. I still haven't introduced you yet, have I? This is Sergeant Major Seeker. She's young, but extremely skilled in both combat and operating orbital vehicles. She serves as my aide-de-camp. I'm Noel Seeker. It's nice to officially meet all of you. It's nice to meet you too. Hold on, you said your last name was Seeker. By any chance are you related to Fran, one of the CPD receptionists? I am. Fran's my little sister. What a small world. I'm glad to know she has such dependable co-workers at the CPD. I say she's a dependable one. She's really helped us out a lot already. So you're that Sergeant Major I heard so much about. Sergeant Major Seeker, the young guard who's become Tangram's shining beacon of hope. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I've heard about you too, Randy. The Belguard forces have had a lot to say. It's nice to finally put a face to the stories. I guess my reputation precedes me. What kind of stories are we talking about? Primarily ones involving escapades with women, I assume. You got me there. The guys were always jealous of my skills with the ladies. I mean, I would be too if I were in their shoes. I'll politely ask for you to leave things at that, Orlando. So as you may be able to tell, we found ourselves in a problematic situation. I think now your investigation may be our only chance of making it through this. To be blunt, I'm grasping at straws here. I need to know what you found out. Of course. We're about to submit our report to the chief anyway, so we can brief you all as well, since you're here. That's that then. Well, Sonia, what do you think of my rookies? They've exceeded my expectations. The legend of the Divine Wolves and how the culprits appeared on the roof of St. Ursula Medical College. What do you make of all this, Seeker? Honestly, I'm surprised. I guess a trained detective is just able to spot things we couldn't. It's more than simply their observations, Seeker. It's their entire deductive process. Very well, it's decided then. I'll entrust the rest of the mains investigation to the Special Support Section. With you four heading the operation, perhaps new unexpected leads may come to light. Understood. We'll continue our investigation as planned. Doesn't this mean we'll be going against the CGF Commander's orders, though? While the orders I was given didn't specify to have you abandon the case as well. And if you happen to uncover a solid lead, it would give us more than enough reason to involve ourselves once more. So I trust you have no objections, yes? None at all, ma'am. Very clever, Deputy Commander. Just so you know, it seemed as if the monsters were able to predict our strategies and movements. Acting as a small team instead of a large unit is probably smarter. We're lucky you may even be able to catch them unaware. At least that's what I hope. Got it. Thanks for the heads up. If possible, I'd like to head over to mains ASAP. Yes, that would be for the best. If you uncover anything substantial, contact my office at Tangram Gate. Sergey, would you mind saving our other conversation for another day? No complaints here. Be careful out there, you got it? Don't go pushing your luck. You're one to talk. Seeker, let's go. Yes, ma'am. I'll be taking my leave. There's an extra relationship there between the chief and Bales, isn't there? She sure is a busy woman. Yeah, she is. Apparently she oversaw the entire withdrawal of her troops from Mains earlier this morning. Real shame she's at the mercy of that incompetent sleazebag boss of hers. Not only that, she's got to keep a constant eye on the Carvardian border. Basically, she's always drawing the short end of the stick. I can only imagine. By the way, have you known the Deputy Commander for a while? The two of you did seem quite comfortable with each other. Come to think of it, Deputy Commander Bells was the one who recommended me here in the first place. What kind of relationship are you hiding from us, boss? Calm down, she's just an old friend. More importantly, it's clear to me that your investigation yesterday really put you guys through the ringer. You still gotta head to Mains, but don't tell me you're planning to hike all the way there on foot again. Definitely not. Yesterday just had some unique circumstances. Why not? We intend to take the bus today whenever possible. Oh, is that right? Near thought you were following the braces example. The braces example? Yeah, what are you talking about? It's kind of their whole initiation thing. They have junior bracers tour the surrounding area on foot. That way they build up stamina, pile up loads of combat experience, and most importantly, get the lay of the land. 3 birds, 1 stone. That does seem pretty effective. Oh, that makes sense. No wonder they're so good at what they do. Perhaps that is what Estelle and Joshua were doing when we met them yesterday. So they've already started their tour of Crossbell then. How diligent of them. Yeah, those two have got an impressive amount of experience under their belts. I've even heard they were a big part of the effort to fix that whole fiasco that happened in Le Bourg last year. The Le Bourg incident. That was when orbital power suddenly shut down all across the country. For real? That sounds pretty serious. If they're really that skilled, then it makes sense they were able to wipe out those monsters so easily. Here in Crossbell, they're no more than rookies, just like you. They might just surpass you before you know it, though. So keep at it. Try not to let them get too far ahead. If you take too long on this case, you can bet the guild's going to swoop in. We'll get to the bottom of it, sir. Let's head to Mainz as soon as we're ready. If we leave through the north exit, the bus stop should be right ahead. Let's resupply and double check our gear while we're here. I also advise checking the terminal before we leave. Well, guess we better get going. And so, Crossbell Sweep, Chapter 1, Day 2. We'll now get underway. Estelle and Joshua Bride, eh? They seem to have quite the history of those two. Remember, if you don't work quickly, the guild is bound to get involved. And if that doesn't sound appealing, you just have to work harder. Is he trying to encourage us? I can't quite tell. Break a leg, hell, maybe 2. No thanks. We'll end up in hospital, then we won't be able to compete anymore. Right, let's check our requests for today. Oh, I reported these. Oh, of course, they're still part of this chapter, aren't they? I was like, why are they? Just because we start a new day doesn't mean anything. Inspection assistance wanted. Inspection officer Quattro. I'm urgently requesting help with inspecting the train bound for the Empire. I'll take all the help I can get. I'll be waiting inside Crossbell Station. That's short. We gotta go there straight away. This too. Okay, no longs here anymore. Abandoned apartment monster cleanup in Melda. My apartment complex, Maison in Melda, is crawling with monsters. I request aid from any capable exterminators. Please make haste to my antique shop in the back alley. So that is yours then. Wasn't just related by name randomly. Of course it wasn't. A dangerous monster full eagle has been sighted on the side of Mainz Mountain Path. We ask that the special support section deal with this threat swiftly. So that one is forward progress. So it's the other 2 we want to do. And that's in Station Street, so that's not far off. Is there anything I can report? Yeah, I thought so. I can't formulate my words at the moment because I'm just like listening to this music and I'm going, not only is it Phoenix Wright-ish, but this specific bit is Final Fantasy VIII sounding. Did you get me on that? Oh, I didn't want to rest. My lovely car. I did make sure to replace the things. We can buy darts at the casino for Randy, so we'll probably do that on the go-round. I don't know why I'm doing a sweep of here, but you never know when something might have happened. Maybe he's got a book on his bed. My lovely, elegant vase. Not sleeping in Ellie's bed. I mean, I'm guessing the CP, HP, EPU and all that would have been recharged anyway, right? We're at 200, though. We're good. No one's in these rooms just yet. Well, first on the sweep is a little kitty cat. Meow! Meow indeed. He doesn't want anything from us by the look of things, which is interesting. It's a new day. Do you not want food?